Hi everybody and welcome to episode 4 of Reigniting Your Creative Spark. Over the last couple of videos I've introduced myself and we've talked about limbo, getting how we got into it and how to get out of it practically. And what I want to move on to now is the whole idea of extremes and how sometimes if we're stuck in an extreme it's very hard for us to tap into our creativity. I know for myself this first one was extremely relevant and it's an awareness really that it's going on, and I'm going to share practical tips for both extremes in terms of how to move closer to the middle and to really get into a creative frame of mind. So the first set of extremes is I and we. So I'm going to start with I. And an I-type personality is very much somebody that their opinion is all that matters. They very much like their own space and time. They very much, if they've spent a couple of days in a lot of people's company, they'll actually need to retreat and find their space, their kind of go back to the cave, so to speak, and recharge their batteries. It's not that they don't like company, they like a good balance of time on their own and time with other people. And these people, because they have a lot of time on their own, they tend to think a lot. And things get mulled over and mulled over and mulled over and mulled over. And also with that, these people tend to be perfectionists because there's so much time taken thinking about things. They're never quite right. There always has to be more and more thought put into making it perfect. So that's I. Over here is we, and I definitely would find myself over here with the we crowd. We is all about groups and all about people. If you feel like myself that you're over here, you love other people's company. Now, the tagline with this side is you also value people's opinions. Now, if you're way over on the extreme of the we side, you definitely value other people's opinions too much. In fact, you will go out of your way to ask a lot of other people's opinions before trusting your own instinct and your own judgment on something. You may find over here with this group, the we person tends not to like being on their own all that much. They like being in company. They get a buzz off people and chat and liveliness. So, over here, the opinion is mine and mine only, and over here, the opinion is, well, everybody's, because they probably know better than I do. And over here, well, I can tend to think an awful lot about things and perhaps get caught in a spiral of my own thinking and wanting something to be perfect. And over here, I'm generally involved in the chatter around me, which goes towards formulating an opinion. So, how does this impact on creativity? The person over here, if they have an idea for something creative, although they don't necessarily need all the opinions over here, they may get stuck in that spiral of it needing to be perfect before it gets unveiled to the wider world, or even just put out somewhere for one or several people to view. This person over here also gets stuck in a spiral of thought, but it's different to the I over here, because over here, this person is constantly, well, this person said this and another person said this, so there isn't one clear point of view for me to follow. And there's another spiral going on here and going on and going on and going on. The balance for I and we is like this. If you find from what I've said, you're saying, God, I'm an I person, that sounds like me. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's taking a leap. An amazing mentor of mine, Maura Geary, calls it imperfect action, and that's exactly it. It's taking the step, even perhaps with the conscious knowledge that it's not perfect, and putting it out there anyway. On the other side, this we person, and I know this from experience, it's about learning to trust your own judgment and knowing that there will be plenty of people here around you when you make that decision that may not agree with it. They may not agree with it and they may tell you they don't agree with it, and you have to put your need to please the whole circle of people here aside and trust your judgment. So by trusting your own judgment here, if you're a we person like me, and by taking, as great mentor Maura Geary would say, imperfect action, you will find that both move towards the middle, and that means that creativity can be expressed. You're letting go of the psychological barrier that you put in your place to coming up with new ideas, to being expressive, to finding something new to do or to share. And that is a fantastic gift, not just for yourself, but for everyone else around you. As I mentioned in the first video, it's about authentic voice. This is fulfilling your authentic voice. The idea of, well, okay, I trust my gut on this, and on this side, I'm just going to take a risk and do it anyway, even if it's not entirely perfect. And there you meet in the middle. So, on our next video, we're going to look at some more patterns that might hold you back in extremes. And the next we're going to look at is the whole same old versus new. Hope to see you then, and until then, bye-bye.